Hello everyone and welcome back to another one where it's been about 4 milliseconds since the last. And if you can believe it, I don't feel better. They seem to like the heat from this. I know they like heat and hot areas, so not too surprising, but this like they're just having a great time. If only there was, more to work with, but oh well. Hi Gizmo. Bye Gizmo. He doesn't have any digging upgrades. I should tell him not to do that. Why is he the one having the worst day? Mainly popped eardrums and chilly surroundings. Not sure why he has sluggy feet. I should be checking on the oil. Let's use the camera pan to oil. Why? Auto repair's not even on. You're saying it's more important to supply the repairing materials than ripping it apart in the first place. Ah, these dupes, I tell you what. Just feeling tired. Anyways. Well, Steve's in a surprisingly good mood, but now I understand why he was in a bad mood yesterday. Because he just waltzed in here. Steve, you're a cook. Why are you even here? Get out. How often do you see a level 2 priority? Did you even know they can turn blue? Not red. Wow. I didn't realize all of that was supplied already. Yeah, they need to do a lot. I know he just delivered, but we really need to use gold. It is simply too hot And we have gold literally right next to it, so, you know. We are not out of dirt, right? No. So would someone like to explain to me why they're out of order? Make believe, I guess. It's not gonna get used. Make with mercury. Yeah, like that will ever last. Have the trees started dying to this heat yet? Because I mean, it is rather hot. Surprisingly, no. How long's that been the case? Well, I don't want more dupes. What? Oh, it's new. That drains so fast. We mined all of this snow. It's already been used. Those were a little bit more expensive than I expected. I'd say having one of these set up would be interesting, although the dudes are fairly busy on their own. We can build it with lead. Come on. Place one here and then place one at the bottom. You don't technically need an exit one, but it does help a little. It's like one here and one there. I'll consider it. Never built one of these, but I always seem to acquire the plastic needed. They clearly do not want to build these. I forgot how long that was. So now more than before, I'm hoping that doesn't cause a steam explosion. I'm probably well out of plastic now, but it's one of those things for the future. Okay, now I'm absolutely out of plastic. Alright, so I need more plastic, it seems. And that has internal steam, for a reason. And I'm cold, unlike the generator room. Would like some oil, but the oil is a little bit busy at the moment. I still need to wire in the generators. Iridium, yes, that should not ever form. Iron ore, I don't know, that was unexpected. Thank you, dudes. Wait, that's gonna automatically resign? You know, now that I think about it, bringing water down with me, like this cool water, I mean, it's 19 degrees, into a superheated region. So this is the lava region, it just, That's gonna cause a steam explosion. There's no way dumping some 19 degrees Celsius water onto 1100 degrees obsidian is not going to result in an immediate steam explosion. I was like, oh, maybe I could do some high temperature mining. It's a broad definition of high temperature, but okay. Also, when this specifies, like, hey, you know, needs to be melted, that abyss light's hot enough to do it. It's like, how am I gonna heat something up to do this? Question, new question. How am I supposed to cool something down enough to deal with this? It's too hot, and I'm hitting literally the highest point doing this. You know, maybe these tiles, they don't need to be here as much. I would rather have a steam explosion. And I'd rather not hit the colony. The oil probably can survive. We need to make sure that can get easily walled off, so the steam doesn't erupt into the base. Because I knew it was hot down here, I didn't realize it was almost lava temperature. Okay, no, halfway to lava temperature, but that still is pretty damn high. Rock gas. How do you get crushed rock? Neat. Well, what's the deal with rock gas? Base probably nothing. Oh, you can turn glass into rock gas. That's quirky. What? Light emitter? Are you saying that rock gas literally emits light? Because I have troubles believing that's the Amber. Okay, well that's clearly from another thing. I'd be scared if the gas was glowing. So what is crushed rock? Crushed rock is igneous rock crushed into a mechanical mixture. It's a really weird way of saying it's just crushed igneous rock. What? Why not just say that? And it's not very useful either, it seems. I mean, Rust was the fake last colony. Out of coal. We've been mining coal. Oh, you're out of coal. Yes. I needed a little refined carbon, as you can imagine, so, yeah. Coal's gone. Meanwhile, in the hot region. It's hot. Hey, that got supplied. Attribute. Congratulations, Max. That's a problem. They don't exactly like working here. Given the temperature, I don't exactly blame them, but still. Let me guess, it's being flooded with, yep, disease. Somehow. Whatever you do, do not take a breath from the oil. You will get sick. I'm not just talking from the oil exposure. Okay. I know it's draining in, but not with the enthusiasm you would expect. Thank you. Well, there's the gold it needs. That should double. And now this is gonna be cool. Supercoolant gas. Not quite what I was going for. Mercury gas, also not quite. It would be kind of funny if plastic tiles would make it impossible to slip in liquids, but that's not really a normal thing to worry about in this game, so it's probably fine. Thank you, Gizmo. Damn, that's a fast dupe. They're not actually working on this, are they? No. Okay. What the hell happened here, dupes? Max. Work's coming. Oh. Okay. Not sure where that even came from, but sure. It's not pipe fume. So there is impurities up there. A lot of impurities. Hi, Max. Not sure how you dug that out, but thank you, because now the oil will flow in. Max? 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 Finish it. Is that really the only way to... There you go. See? Oh, that's not very helpful. You got this, Max. I believe in you. Yeah, look at that. See, I knew you could do it. Good lord, he's pretty badly burned. Yeah, he's gonna be in the hospital for a hot minute, isn't he? I don't know what that pimp's doing. I can't control it. Low oxygen, low health. That's the kind of workplace safety violations I was looking for. The mask's gonna start recharging. Why is there piss in the bedrooms again? And he's feeling better already. Look at him. It's fine. I'm just wondering who pissed in the bedroom. Again. I don't like outhouses. They clog all the time. Clean it. It's supposed to be like, did I just cancel it from using the toilet? No, you cannot use the toilet. It needs cleaning. You know, considering I somehow managed to drop down that banner right for Lindsay here, I just want to imagine they just go in there the next minute like, oh, I guess someone else dropped this down, and yet no one knows who did it. It merely happened on its own terms. And they just have to live with that fact. Okay, I know I didn't want to originally do this because it uses a lot, but like... You know, it is helpful. Steve here is very aggressively trying to help out, make things better. He's getting us to that millicalorie, which is a term that exists. Is that actually working? Oh yeah, it totally is. Look at that. Oh, oh, that looks right in the chin. Yikes. Hey, look, there's air now, which I realize is kind of pointless and really just polluting the area. No pun intended. They have oxygen masks, and the bionics simply do not care. Oh, he just finished healing. Well, this is a really bad time for that. Well, I guess it's probably for the best, but it is a little hot down here. Oh, okay, that was new. You know, I'm starting to realize this is just gonna pollute the area up here, huh? You know, that didn't occur to me. Yeah, we're probably not gonna need that. That is a lot of polluted oxygen that was brought in. Wow. Man, I need to think of a generator area for that. We're probably gonna use natural gas or the backup one of petroleum. I want to put the generators here. It's just convenient. polluted water. I don't really want to encourage contamination. Not that I have a really good reason to discourage contamination. Is the problem. Like, I could easily fit natural gas and petroleum, right? Oh, literally perfectly fits. I kinda am very tempted to just put those in there and call it a day, because why not? I think I will probably end up doing that. As one simply does. Damn. It's not enough space. Maybe I should put it underneath. You know, you don't really hear about oil-cooled batteries very often, do you? Must be a good reason for that. I don't know, I'll put it up there. I'm primarily running natural gas is what I'm gonna do. Now let's check which area has the most beautiful overlay of all. That is surprisingly nice to look at. Not this area though. That's pretty bad. Well, now let's check her generator district, and it is, oh my gosh, it's really bad. You know, these plants are surprisingly nice to look at. You know, barring the sheer amount of debris on the floor. I guess it's because it's all in one resource, it's not calculated differently. Even if there are literally, like, 6 tons of it. There's a lot of debris. My joints hurt. Now, okay, I thought that was Steve, and I was about to be like, really, Steve? Why? But why? It was not Steve, it's a false alarm. I should use one of the fancy cables. Like leech, but I'm not dealing with that. Maybe I could blueprint it. I'm not doing that one at a time. Man, I remember when they added conductive wires to the game. I remember watching a video say they're basically just the normal ones, but doubled, and it's really cool. Because now it allows you to do double on the normal grid. As long as you're okay with running a metal refinery. And it was like this big thing. I also remember when the smart battery was introduced. I think it was like the same update. And I remember watching Brofgar, who doesn't make videos on this game, I'm pretty sure, anymore. I could just check that really quickly for you guys. But I remember he had a whole, like, I remember when the smart battery came out, he basically made a video covering how they work. It was like a 5-minute video, right? It's nothing too long. But like 2 weeks beforehand, he literally went in, like, okay, so 2 weeks beforehand or something, or like a month beforehand, within that range, right? He went through and made a system which dripped water onto a battery, and then calculated the shift in temperature of that water, because batteries produce more heat the more power is in them. And by measuring the temperature of that water, you could find out how charged the battery was. And then like 2 weeks later, the smart battery came out, and all it takes is refined metal and automation cables, which you're already using. Gotta love when that stuff happens. But he got a new job 4 years ago, and ever since then, that's his last video where he talked about it. So, yeah. It's a bit of a shame. He was the second creator who... Ooh, second creator who really got me into this game. The first one was Blitz on his After Dark channel. So the oil flowed in here, but it won't flow out here. But yeah, both big contributors for this, and me. And I remember what I wanted to play here. I was going to put in an industrial area. I'm gonna be honest, I have not watched Blitz's content, or like Blitz After Dark, in a long time. I forget how many years exactly. Maybe I should take a trip down memory lane. The worst possible thing is he's making like AI slop, which I highly doubt. But the other worst possible thing is he just stops producing content like outright, which I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying it. Don't expect that. And in the portal this time, we got Drekos, which I kinda actually do want. And I'm gonna put them with the Brahmas. So the nice thing with the Drekos is they don't really care about the terrain, they'll just go where they want. That includes space, which is, you know, a little bit problematic, but it's not a big deal. The Space Draco from Brovgar. And no one can do anything about it. 9. Hot. I don't know why it, like, pans to the left before snapping down. Oh, weird. In terms of ventilation, this area should be a lot nicer to make because we're not in the industrial hotspot anymore, so you know. Still need to drain these refiners. I have to assume this can be automated? Yeah. It's basically if there's any water in this layer, just turn it off. Do I need that much oil? No. It realistically could be only here. Like, it does not matter that much, but I mean, why not? Yeah, I guess we're done with warm coats. Remember when there was like the cool vest in the game? Did they ever remove that? I think they did. There's also the warm sweater which got changed into the warm coat. Yeah, it does seem that they removed the cool vest. Essentially it just means dupes were slightly more tolerant to the heat, which as you can imagine is kinda useful, but meh. There's also this. That's for a story of thing, I think. Temperature range on this. Goodness, I think that's the same for Atma suits? Yeah. They seem to be like the same thing. What do you think the odds that the jet suit is more convenient? Oh my gosh. What do you think it's more convenient to craft? Because who knows, maybe it doesn't need reed fiber and it just wants like petroleum. And in that case, I think it would actually be cheaper to just do that, even though it's less space efficient and has its problems. These suits of polluted water, just in case you have an oopsie. Yeah, it also gives them flight, but as you know anything about Kelly Games, they kind of have a slight issue where their pathfinding tends to be a little bit cumbersome. Emphasis on the cumbersome part. Yeah. Bit weird seeing the clothing station be so like low end. But Primo Garb's the new king and has its own station for it. I wanna see the exosuit forge. So it's reed fiber, or I mean, wait, that's not. Wait, oh no, steel and reed fiber to make a jet suit. So it's the same price. Like literally 1-to-1. Except now you need steel, so it is literally worse outright. Okay, well that's probably for the best. Another lead suit, which I can't show at the moment. Maybe I can search it up. That one replaced reed fiber with lead, but the movement was like a -12. Yeah, there's no options for it. That's a shame. It's like, no, we don't want you to see the content that you don't have installed. Can't blame it. I mean, it's probably that the logs are not installed either. That would make sense. The dupes are probably really happy they don't have to go back in the oil district again. Can't blame them, it's a little hot in there. I'm guessing Max is burnt, or no? Actually, no one's burnt. Well, no, some people are, but... auto's fine. Oh, poor Max. I could launch the rocket in here. I mean, why not, right? I mean, if I knock that down, I could. That would be kind of funny, though. And this pit looks okay, but I know everything nearby is going to immediately melt. I mean... this spot fits the criteria. May need normal tiles. I have this weird hunch. Jet suits. These things get built at a set temperature, they're actually cooling things down by building. It's a bit weird. But that also means you can heat things up by building. Or is it based on the material that goes in? I don't know, this stuff gets changed. Yeah, this is kind of cold actually. What on earth? This must have been built from something inside the base. As it is around -7 degrees Celsius, and it's now freezing the area because of its thermal mass. Well, it's a good thing this is here. Egg. That's not going to be fun to drill into. The ethanol is not flowing. They are getting hungry. Sorry, but that stuff takes way too much wood. Or I mean snow. So also I do have one mod to help me. In the off chance that I do have to build another steam rocket and don't have a conveniently located volcano. Which is to say, I kinda have a cheat mod for this. If I can find the building, of course. A water boiler. Guess what? It takes power and it produces steam. And it's pretty efficient too. I mean, call it cheap, but this thing is such a pain in the ass to run, I don't, like, it's so annoying. So I'm just gonna use a boiler. Like, why not, right? Before anyone gives me flack about using a part that does it, otherwise I'd have to do the liquid temporizer method. And, well, that's practically cheating. You're bugging out the equipment to make it reach like 700 degrees Celsius, and you drip water onto it to flash boil it. I just got something that does the job for me. Makes it easier. Your joints hurt more today than usual. Lead is so convenient. It's just, I like how they added it. It's just the refined metal that starts refined. It's just, it's nice and convenient. That's it. I don't know why that fills, but that does not fill. It's so strange. Oh, you know what it is? That was a vacuum. This has a gas, and a liquid cannot be in the spot of a gas at the same time. That's why. There's not that much liquid on the floor. Okay, that's quite a lot of liquid. These take forever to build. Guess to make a pocket dimension like that, you kinda do need to spend quite a bit of time. Is that just cruel? I mean, it's gonna be self-powering anyways, eventually. Keep digging. That is genuinely really hard to dig through. Get out. The dupe broke. incapacitated, slain. We need to, like, get them out of here. We've got, like, 2 minutes. Dupes. Please. Oh, hi, Gizmo. Thank you, Gizmo. Oh, you got Gizmo carrying you? Yeah, you're fine. Come on, Gizmo! Faster! Holy shit. We give the fastest dupe the most important job. You know, I can't exactly say he did it wrong, but... Oh, hey, Max. Look. See? Why is Stinky? Okay, hi. I have no idea how he's doing anything with that thermometer, but okay. See, look, better already. Right, Max? Okay, who in this colony doesn't have a 3rd-degree burn? Actually, a good majority. It's fine, though. Mainly, like, the farmers are fine. Because they're not interested in there. Yes. I can't say the same for the people working in the oil area. Their burns are quite severe. I would not exactly wave hello in such a hot area, but okay. Oh, I know exactly where that's going. It's going to our kiln, literally across the colony. Yep, this one. How hot is this kiln? It's not that bad. Keep in mind, I'm never gonna cool this kiln, so if it melts, it melts. And probably destroys this tree along with it. Let's be honest, it's gonna melt into... it's surprisingly cool. It's fine. Lead. For what? Up here? Oh, we already had lead. Okay, I guess that was just a personal preference. Well, must be listening to something good. I genuinely do not have any idea why the liquids are doing this in my save. That's fun. I don't get it, but it's fun. Can we stop doing that, please? Oh, that's just suits recharging. Can you guys just, like, not repair them until, like, they kind of need it? That's the thing, sometimes they're, like, they either don't repair, or they're too preemptive of the repair. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got another one. Let's do with this gizmo. Oh, he's actually useful. What about this one? I did not mean to assign anything. Good news, you got a promotion. I think you should be faster. Steve, No, you can be faster too. Who feels like being faster? You? No. You're actually a really strange dupe. Here, have another digging booster or something. You're pretty stressed. You're not much better off. I want to just be like, here, here, and I'm not gonna think twice. I would say it's not gonna freeze, but this is just flooded with CO2. It's in a sterile atmosphere in a deep freeze. This is not spoiling, even though it's completely exposed to the elements. It's just the elements are a little bit unforgiving, you know. It's really cold and the atmosphere is very sterile in there, which now makes me realize. Oh, okay, that's rising again. That used to be down here, by the way. Ah, at least we have a lot of oxalite. Just too much CO2. Why does this have oxygen? This should have CO2. Max? Oh. Silly. You need to dig. Max? I know how much you want to do that, but like, don't die on me. Run. Damn it, Max. Max could recover their breath, but it's not their top priority. Huh? Could work on this, but it's not that. Ah, yes. Recover your breath is not exactly your top priority. You know, the funniest thing is, oh, it's not breathable yet. It's a interesting pose. Yeah, I'm gonna get here. Bit grim considering what happened recently.